morning. Welcome to Southwest Flavor. Happy Thursday to everyone. We have a great show for you today, and Will Peña is here joining me.
Yeah, it'll get great later. Second half hour, I guess, maybe.
You're saying that the two of us aren't great?
Is there a word that's above great?
No.
Okay.
Great is a one-syllable word, and that's all that I can.
That's all it is?
Yeah.
We can be greater,
Greater.
Greater.
We're gooder.
Exactly. What show number is this?
This is 116, episode 116.
116,
Yeah.
wow. All right, well, whoever had the over on the 115, you're a winner. Right? Nice. Hey, so how you doing, man?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah?
I'm doing okay, yeah.
That's
a little bit
good.
cloudy this morning. It's going to rain tomorrow.
Is it, though?
It is, I believe so.
Yeah?
If we believe the
My
forecast.
My knee hasn't started hurting yet, so I'm questioning
Okay.
it.
My knee always hurts now,
Does it?
So yeah, it's my good knee used
Yeah?
to be good knee
Yeah?
that always hurts now. So
Well, you're getting old.
I guess so.
Yeah.
It still doesn't stop me from riding my bike.
It does not.
No.
No. So we had some basketball going on, right?
We did.
And currently we're still number one, though, right?
We are. Well, the rankings come out on Mondays.
Right.
So they played their game Monday night, several hours after the rankings came out for
Right.
the new week. So the new rankings won't come out till
Right.
say Monday at noon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So what do you think? Are we staying number one? Are we dropping down a slot or two?
I would say if we were another school on a different side of the country, then we'd stay number one. But I think there is some bias, some East Coast bias out there. So I don't think we're going to be number one.
No.
We'll still be in the top 5. But, I mean, we should be. If we dropped any, I think we should be number 2 if we dropped any. But I think we're still deserving of number 1. I mean, losing to Kansas at Kansas, the number 9 team in the country and probably one of the craziest places to play at.
Right.
Yeah, that's nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah.
And they didn't blow us out. We lost by 4 points.
Yeah. Is there anybody else in the top 5 right now that's undefeated?
No.
No.
I think Michigan only has 1 loss, and I'm pretty sure that Michigan is going to be number 1 next week.
Which is kind of weird. I mean, if they they both have 1 loss.
Yeah.
Why would they drop?
Yeah.
That's just, as you said, it might be that bias.
There's some bias, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
couple schools that are in the eastern half of the United States
Yeah.
that get more love from the national media.
Yeah. In case anybody doesn't know, we're talking about the Wildcats, right?
The Arizona Wildcats,
Arizona
yes.
Wildcats.
Yes, bear down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, you watched that game?
I did.
What happened? What?
Well, in a nutshell, we're playing a pretty strong game the first half. We had a really good inside game.
Yeah.
And then at the beginning of halftime, they interviewed Bill Self, which is the coach of Kansas, and he said we need to figure out how to shut down the inside, from doing what they've been doing to us all the first half.
Yeah.
Well, they came out the second half and they did exactly that. They shut us down on the inside. They had great play calling. Their players stepped up.
Yeah.
We couldn't hit any mid-range shots. We weren't doing our job. Not that we weren't doing our job. We weren't hitting the shots that we needed to hit. Yeah.
From what I saw, there was the 3-point shooting was not very good.
No, and I don't think we took too many 3-point shots.
Well,
and we're not a really good 3-point shooting team, so it's not something that we rely on. Sometimes we get hot and we hit a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And but overall, we're not a great 3-point shooting team. We're a lot of drive and dish, or with the mid range, or we're so physical and big inside that we can
You can get those offensive boards.
Yeah, and we could just punish people inside, and we can wear them down. Usually by the second half, the other team's all worn down. They have a bunch of fouls because we're big and physical. Yeah.
Wow. All right. And who do we have next?
We have Texas Tech on Saturday here in Tucson, so it'll be a home game. They are ranked. I think they're in the top 15, so they're a really good team. They've beaten some really good teams, so it'll be a really good game. We should win that game.
Yeah.
We really should. The only other loss that I see that we have a really good chance of losing is at Houston, because
Okay.
Houston's just such a strong team, such a
Yeah.
well coached team, and we'll be over there at
Okay.
Houston, which is a
Are they
tough place.
ranked?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're in the top 10.
Top 10?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, the last half of our season is just, we have so many good teams that we're going against. Iowa
Yeah.
State, BYU, Kansas is coming back to Tucson. We have Houston, we have Texas
Right.
Tech.
So it's really difficult in the NCAA there to actually go undefeated the
Oh
whole
yeah,
season, right? I
oh
mean, has
yeah.
anybody done that as of late?
Was Connecticut undefeated one of the years?
I don't know. I asked you.
I'm not sure. I mean, I remember
Yeah.
way back, like the UNLV team, which was like 1990, was undefeated,
Okay.
and that team was just so good and just kind of ran through the whole season.
Yeah.
But recently, I'm not sure. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. There might have been one or two in the last 30 years that have gone
Yeah.
undefeated.
Yeah, but 1 or 2 in 30 years, man, that's
Yeah. Oh yeah.
that says it right
Yeah.
there. It is
Yeah.
tough. Yeah.
It is. It's tough, and it's even tougher now with the transfer portal. Because you're almost renting players. You're not bringing kids in to be 3-year, 4-year players.
Right.
If someone has a really good season with a smaller school, they're going to get picked up by a bigger school. They're going to get picked up by a Duke, a Kentucky, an Arizona, a Kansas.
Yeah.
So it's it's
Yeah.
different. It's completely different than it was just 5 years ago.
Yeah. And do you see many of the big school losing players to the portal?
Oh yeah. Oh
You know,
yeah.
somebody from U of A maybe
Sure.
entering.
Sure. You mean this year?
No, I'm just in general.
In general, yeah. Well, we lost our center from last year. He went to North Carolina. I think North Carolina paid him $1.5 million.
Wow, that's crazy, right?
It is.
That's crazy. Just you saying that to me is
Yeah. Yeah.
like, what do you mean they're getting paid? I'm
Right.
from back in the day
Right.
where
They're amateur athletes, but now they are getting paid. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So it just changed the whole landscape, and there's really no salary cap.
yeah,
So you get these big schools with the big they have a lot of money, deep pockets,
yeah. Boosters,
boosters, yeah,
yeah,
and old money. You get places like the SEC, down in the southeast that
hmm
have old money down there, and they can
yeah.
afford really big football and basketball teams.
Wow,
Yeah,
well, that's crazy. Yeah,
yeah, it is.
wow. And I was looking at some of the highlights of this past game that they lost,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like did it? You saw the game. Did it look like they got tired at the end?
Yeah, I think they got tired because, like I said, Kansas was really physical,
Uh huh. Yeah.
down in the paint. So,
Yeah.
which is something that we're not used to. We're used to being the bully,
Right.
and we got some of our own medicine.
Yeah.
And then we just weren't hitting the shots. Those mid-range shots, like
Yeah.
Bradley, usually is a second half, player that can come in and shoot a bunch of mid-range shots and hit them
Yeah.
and really put us up. And yeah, it's frustrating. I'm sure.
Yeah.
They weren't able to do what they wanted to do, so
Yeah.
it's frustrating. And then you start not hitting your shots, and it's even more frustrating.
Who's more frustrated? Do you think us as the viewer, the fans, or for the players?
Oh, if you're a real fan, and you have some logic in there, you understand, and you
Yeah.
understand the game. You understand that Kansas is coached by a coach that has won the national championship, I think twice in probably the last 10 or 12 years.
Mhm.
So he's an excellent coach. I mean, there's no doubt about that. And just like you said, going undefeated is almost impossible. So
Yeah.
when you go up against that good of competition, you're going to have an off night, or someone's going to outcoach you.
Yeah.
They're going to find the secret sauce to go against what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
And I imagine as a player, you kind of have to have that forgetful memory
Oh
of,
yeah. It's
like,
over.
yeah, once
Yeah.
you miss the shot, you miss the shot. You
Yeah.
don't carry that with you on your next
Right.
possession.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's fine for most of the guys. I think
Yeah.
there's on all the teams,
Right.
there's not a shot that they didn't like.
Right.
They're going to take it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to. You can't let it get in your head. You have to just
Yeah.
keep shooting. I mean, as long as it's a good shot, you pass the ball and you get to your open spot, and a lot of times they have their favorite spot on the court where they like to shoot. Then if it's a good shot, you take it.
Yeah.
Even if you're like 1 for 10 or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully if you're 1 for 10, you'd stop taking that shot for a little bit.
Well, I mean, going to the NBA, I mean, you look at Kobe Bryant. There's seasons where he was off, not seasons, but games that he was off, and he would just keep shooting. And there's several guys like that, but no one's gonna knock Kobe Bryant for not being a good player or anything. He just he's going to get his 30 points no matter what.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good. So, what do you thinking? Maybe one more loss?
I'm thinking one more loss. I'm thinking Houston.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Houston, which it's a respectable loss.
Right.
I mean, at Houston's a top 10 team. They're well coached. Yeah. So if we go into the season, or we end the season, the regular season, with 2 losses, that's nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I mean, the bright side is always we're not ASU.
That is usually that is usually the bright side, right? Yeah, no, I gotcha. Yeah, cool. Well, let's go ahead and let's transition here. Let's talk about the NFL here, man.
Okay,
it's over, right?
It is over. Well, you know what? Let's.
You want to take a break?
Let's take a break real quick. Yeah, I think it's about that time.
Hey, you're the boss.
Let's go visit our wonderful sponsors that make this happen.
Right.
All right. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with Southwest Flavor.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license, or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
February weather in the Old Pueblo is beautiful. It's the time of year to go outside and enjoy the great outdoors. Springtime will be coming soon, and so will the Arizona heat. Now's the time to plan for the long, hot summer that we all know is coming. Now, for a limited time, we are offering 5-year, no-interest financing on Rheem air conditioning and heating systems, OAC. Call now, 520-492-0748, or book your appointment online at PictureRocksCooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing.
Piper Family Painting. We believe great paint does more than just change a color. It protects a home and the people inside of it. From careful prep to the final coat, our team shows up with pride, precision, and respect for your property. We don't rush. We don't cut corners. We paint it like it's our own home, because in this Tucson community, it is. Piper Family Painting, bringing new colors to the Old West.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Gutman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Gutman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgutman@allstate.com.
Hey Tucson, why do we accept pain as normal just because we're over 40? Nearly 8 out of 10 Americans suffer with back pain. At Wellness Chiropractic, we help people after car accidents with chronic neck and back pain, numbness tingling down the arms. If you're like me, you like to spend time outside with the family, hiking, biking, everything. Don't let that pain stop you. Wellness Key Chiropractic, we help that body move better so you can be the better version of yourself.
All right, we are back. You're watching Southwest Flavor with Ron and Will. So we're going to talk a little bit about the NFL and their conclusion for the season.
Yeah, so your thoughts on the game?
Well, first of all, thank you for coming over and watching the game with me.
Not at all. Thank you for having us. So we had a good time.
Yeah,
You had
yeah,
a
it
nice
was-
little turnout.
It was good, yeah.
Right?
yeah.
And you smoked some good meat.
Yeah.
You know,
We
so
had
the-
some tri-tips and we had some wings.
Yeah.
All on the smoker, so
Yeah, that was good stuff.
it was good
man.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked most of the guests that were there. Just kidding.
You didn't say anything about the host, but that's
Right?
okay.
No. We had it was a really good time.
It was good.
It
It was good. Lots of food. Yeah,
A lot of
we
food,
could
a
have
lot
fed
of
an
drink,
army.
a lot of
Yeah.
yeah. But the game, man, it was
Oh, the first half was pretty boring.
yeah,
No one could score a touchdown in that first half.
yeah. It was all field goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but Seattle figured it out. They figured out their offense, and
Well, they were favored, right?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think pretty much everyone that wasn't in New England figured that
Yeah.
that Seattle was going to win. I mean, they're just
Yeah.
their offense was too high powered, and they kind of had the complete package.
Yeah. Well, obviously their defense played really well
Mhm.
because Drake May could not
Yeah.
do a thing.
Yeah.
He just seemed to he got beat pretty good. you
Yeah.
know, just physically like
Right. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. The
You know,
defensive line
yeah.
really went after him, and they, the Patriots' offensive line got run over more than once.
Yeah.
So they were really putting pressure on Drake May.
Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong here. This was kind of a rematch, right, of a few years back.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's
And
right. But
remember
there was a
who-
different quarterback. Some guy out. You probably have never heard of him before.
No.
He hasn't accomplished much, but
No, yeah.
I think he won that game for New England.
He like retired and just went off into the sunset.
That's
and
right. That's
never
right.
to be heard from again. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Never to do
Yeah.
anything with football again.
Right. Right. So, I guess you answered my question because I couldn't remember who won that one, but I guess it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came down to the end on that one, and that was the game. They were running it so well, and then they decided to pass it, and they got intercepted in the end zone, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how it ended for that one.
Yeah. So I guess this was a little bit of payback, huh?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Well, no, that's I thought again the second half was a lot better.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
I thought the most interesting part of the whole game was, trying to make sure that you had the right points on the squares. That were going
That's
on,
right. That's right.
right?
We did squares, so that's always good. And it's just
Yeah, just fun.
it was just fun.
It wasn't anything big. That's
no,
for sure.
no. We had enough for 10 people to participate, and
Yeah.
it was basically a buck a square, and you got to put your name in the little squares, and hopefully your
Yeah.
points would line up
Well,
with the score.
that made it a little bit more entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
especially the second half.
Oh,
of
yeah.
Trying to figure in all the possibilities and
Right.
what you needed.
Right, if they score a touchdown, if they
Right.
score if they go for 2 points, if they
Yeah.
just score a field goal.
Yeah, and and that's good to have one, especially when you don't have your team in.
Yes.
And I don't think anybody there at the
Nah.
gathering had their team in there.
No,
Right?
not at all. Not at
Yeah.
all. There
Yeah.
was no
Well, as a Cowboy fan, I'm used to not having a team in there. So,
Maybe someday the Cowboys will start playing football again.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah. I hear that they're actually getting a team together again.
Oh, okay. They're going to have some tryouts?
Yeah, we got some tryouts. And yeah, I'm scheduled for the third day.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I'm sure Jerry Jones will pick you.
Yeah, right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so here, I have a question for you on this whole football
Okay.
thing here. So immediately after the game, like the next day, they already started putting out like predictions for next year.
Oh, always. Of course.
I mean, how do they? How can
That's
they
silly.
actually? Yeah, I mean, because you don't even know who's going to be on the team. You
Right.
don't know.
Right.
What's happening. But
Yeah.
I started looking at this. The top 3 for next year are going to be this, and this,
Yeah.
and I'm like, how do you know? They're just trying to stay relevant at this after the Super Bowl, or
Right. Yeah, because who had New England in the Super Bowl at the beginning of this season? No one. Zero.
Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 from New England.
From New England, yeah.
Yeah. Outside of New England, though, probably nobody.
No one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Seattle looked good, but I don't think very many people had them getting that far and winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they started playing well at the right time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You
The
know, they
second
got
half of the
together,
season, they
yeah.
got really hot.
Yeah.
They did. But beginning of the season, they were probably going to be a playoff team.
Yeah.
But no one said, "Oh, this is the team that's going to go to the Super Bowl."
Yeah. Who were they saying was going to go to the Super Bowl? Do you remember?
I don't remember. Maybe Green Bay.
Yeah.
They probably said Green Bay had a shot. I'm trying to think of who from the AFC.
All right. So when next season starts, we're going to have to make notes to see who they're saying is going to be in the Super Bowl.
Right.
All right. So we can go back and look at it. Yeah.
We should do that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's a good. But again, we had such a good time there. It was,
yeah.
it
was fun.
You and Janae are great hosts.
Well, thank you.
Beautiful house.
Appreciate it.
It's not. It's a mansion, folks. It's a mansion that he lives in.
No, but we have fun. We have fun entertaining our friends. The most important thing is we have our friends there.
Yeah. And that other guy that showed up. Just kidding.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a sponsor break, and then when we come back, we are going to have a guest.
A guest.
Yeah, we get to talk to someone else.
Here's where it gets entertaining, folks. We have a guest.
We have a guest.
All right.
All right. We will be back in just a couple minutes with Southwest Flavor.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
February weather in the Oak Pueblo is beautiful. It's the time of year to go outside and enjoy the great outdoors. Springtime will be coming soon, and so will the Arizona heat. Now's the time to plan for the long, hot summer that we all know is coming. Now, for a limited time, we are offering 5-year, no-interest financing on Rheem air conditioning and heating systems, OAC. Call now, 520-492-0748, or book your appointment online at picturerockschooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling.
Piper Family Painting. We believe great paint does more than just change a color. It protects a home and the people inside of it. From careful prep to the final coat, our team shows up with pride, precision, and respect for your property. We don't rush. We don't cut corners. We paint it like it's our own home, because in this Tucson community, it is. Piper Family Painting, bringing new colors to the Old West.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Gutman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Gutman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgutman@allstate.com.
Hey Tucson, why do we accept pain as normal just because we're over 40? Nearly 8 out of 10 Americans suffer with back pain. At Wellness Chiropractic, we help people after car accidents with chronic neck and back pain, numbness tingling down the arms. If you're like me, you like to spend time outside with the family, hiking, biking, everything. Don't let that pain stop you. Wellness Chiropractic, we help that body move better so you can be the better version of yourself.
All right, we are back. And as we promised, we're going to have a guest.
We do. Why don't you tell us who it is, Ron?
Good. Our guest is Angela from Desert Aloha. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you both having me here.
Yeah, thank you for coming in.
Oh, it was a pleasure to meet you all at the group on Monday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and the group is a networking group that we have every 2 weeks, and something that we participate in.
Yep, the second and fourth Monday of every week at 10 a.m. Out at the station.
At the station, yep.
I think it was it 10 a.m. or 9 a.m.?
No, it's 10.
It was 10 a.m.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
10 to 11. Yeah.
10 to 11, and then they open at 11.
Oh, yes, that's right.
They have the burger special after that.
my
So
gosh.
we stayed and had lunch.
That's
after
wonderful. Yeah, it was a pleasure to meet everybody there, and thank you for inviting me.
Of course. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Angela Salmon, and I've been working with people with Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia for the last 16 years. What I do is I take them on day trips, and it gives caregivers a little respite.
Okay.
So we go on 5-hour day trips. It's a wonderful way to keep people with early to mid-stage dementia, just keep them socially engaged, keep them mentally active with education. We go to art museums, we go to science centers, we go to nature centers. We do hands-on workshops.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we have pet therapy, like going to track. Like we've been going to track for the last 15 years to see the animals, the horses, the miniature goats and chickens. And so we have had a lot of fun. We even go outside of Tucson to places like Tombstone, Green Valley. Where else? We'll go to Swarita. Yes.
Yeah. Very nice. So what got you into this?
Well, I'll tell you, after 2008, I was in the real estate and mortgages business.
Okay.
And after that, I decided I wanted to do something completely different.
Sure.
And I went to go work at a local senior living facility here in Tucson, a nonprofit. And I did that for 13 and a half years.
Wow.
And little did I know, you can plan till you're blue in the face what you want for your life.
Yeah.
But, God comes along and says, I have something more meaningful for you to do.
Sure.
And I ended up working with seniors, and I was asked to launch a dementia program. I was sent to Chicago to learn about their culture program, and I came back to Tucson, and within 2 months, I launched the Adventure Bus program. And I ran that for 12 and a half years, and it was semi-weekly program, twice a week. One day a week, I had a culturally themed program at the facility, and then once a week, we were on the bus going all over Tucson, on the outskirts of Tucson to Tombstone, Madera Canyon. I mean, lots of wonderful places.
Sure.
And so I have met the most amazing people, not only the participants who've been in my program, and, you know, the hardest part is watching them decline cognitively or physically,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
dismissing them from the program, but their caregivers, their children, their spouses. And not only that, the people in the community, I've made wonderful relationships with the directors and docents of museums, and even Sabina Canyon naturalists. They know me over the last 15, 16 years. And so it's like Angela and her group are coming. So we all work together to make the participants' lives very meaningful, very enriching, and, you know, it may really slow cognitive and physical decline.
Wow.
Yes.
Do you see a difference, like almost like the day before and the day after, or after the adventure?
Well, I'll tell you, the only thing I know is the testimonies that the caregivers tell me.
Okay.
You know, I remember one of the wives told me, my husband, he paces and paces and he follows me around the house. But after going on a day trip with you, he comes home, he's relaxed, he's sitting and he's calm. And I see a huge difference. And I remember meeting up with women who would tell me, oh, I just want to warn you, these are the things that my husband does. And but when in the group and with other people, they don't behave in that way. Sometimes the dynamic between spouses or parent and child is very different when you're sitting among other peers.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do the caregivers usually go with them, or is it just the seniors?
This is the participants get a chance to feel somewhat independent.
Okay.
And be out there in the community. So, I have to give a shout out to my volunteers. You know, to have a volunteer who is caring, who is an expert in understanding about dementia and the different behaviors from early to mid to late stage. So it's wonderful to have another set of eyes, right?
Yeah.
You know, I used to run a program where it was 8 people, and so, you know, you've got some people who want to go to the bathroom, or some people say, oh, look at this over here, and they want to walk over there. Well, trying to keep 8 people together, you know, it's very nice to have expert volunteers.
Okay.
Yeah, and so my volunteers have been with me since August 2012.
Oh, wow.
Another one since December 2013. Another volunteer who was the wife of one of my participants who passed away. So I'll tell you, my best friends over the last 16 years have been the spouses and children of my participants who have passed or who have advanced in their dementia.
Right.
And typically, when you go on your outings,
Yes.
how many participants do you usually have, and how many volunteers do you take with you?
Thank you for asking that. Well, when I worked for this large nonprofit local facility, we had a shuttle bus. So I had a driver, I had a volunteer, and the max for the group was 8 people. Well, when I decided to run Desert Aloha, which I started June of 2019, I traded in my Highlander and got a minivan, and it seats 7 people. And so my volunteer and I, so a max of 5 people. And I really love that because it's a smaller group.
Yeah.
And so everybody can be heard, everybody can speak. No one's feeling intimidated because the group is too large.
Oh, yeah.
It really creates an intimate atmosphere. And I'll tell you, one of my volunteers who's been with me since 2013, he says, you know, Angela, the most laughing I do is when we are together. You know, and it's true. It's true. And you know, sometimes the wit and the humor, it goes back and forth among the participants and myself and the volunteers. And sometimes we're like, whatever is said on the bus stays on the bus, you know?
I'm sure you hear all kinds of life stories and different
my gosh.
adventures from 50, 60 years ago sometimes.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, you know, when I started the program, one of the things that I incorporated was going to shoot pool. And I'll tell you, I never thought about shooting pool, but when I began the program for the local senior living facility in 2011, I had an uncle who has passed away from dementia, and but he loved to shoot pool with my son. And
Okay.
at the time, my son was only 8, 9 years old, and I thought, wow, men in their 80s and 90s really love to shoot pool. So I got my group, when I started the adventure bus, it was all men. And
okay.
so I got them to shoot pool, and some of them said, it has been 40, 50 years since I shot pool.
Oh, wow.
And one man told me, I paid for all my textbooks doing this. But it's like riding a bike for them. They
Sure.
they got to the table and they remembered all the rules and they knew how to do it. And so we do a lot of fun things, not only shooting pool, but working with glass. We go to Sonoran Glass School and they are so amazing.
Oh, wow.
They have welcomed my group again, you know, for over 10 years. We work with glass, doing mosaics. We do trivets. I go to Tucson Clay Co-op. We work with clay and do hand building. So
Wow.
it's not just docent-led tours at art museums
Yeah.
and going to the lab of tree research to learn about, you know, dendrochronology, but it's also, you know, working with our hands. So we even go over to Color Me Mine and paint on ceramics.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yes.
I think that's just so important. I mean, because a lot of people, the only time or the best way that they learn is with their hands, you know, when their hands and their brain are communicating to each other.
That's right.
And, you know, so you have, you know, a lot of the seniors that's how they learn, especially, you know, older people before all the computers, before YouTube and all that stuff where you could just look something up. You know, it's kind of trial and error.
That's right.
And like you said, they learned how to play pool, and now it could be 40, 50, 60 years later, and they just can pick it back up and do what they knew how to do way
Yeah.
back then.
And I take them to Lucky Strike.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, we love to bowl. Okay,
Yeah.
so we kind of cheat. We put up the bumpers.
Sure.
All right. And I had a lady who joined my program. She was 94 years old, and we celebrated her 95th, 96th, 97th birthday. She
Wow.
passed away at 98, but she did so many first-time things with me, like shoot pool, like go bowling. And for her, we got the bridge. You know, there was a little bridge. And so she didn't have to throw it, and she would just aim it. And I tell you, our groups are always like high-fiving each other for the strikes we get, for the spares we
Sure.
get.
They're celebrating each other.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I didn't realize when I started the dementia program. I thought it was going to be like, I had to facilitate every moment of the 4 or 5 hour. But it turned out that they were giving each other pats on the back. When someone would try to tell a story, they couldn't find the right words or they lost their train of thought, the other person would pat them on the back and say, "It's okay. I go through this too." So there's a lot of wonderful support among the
Sure.
participants.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. So how often do you go on these? Do you take them out?
Well, my goal was twice a week. So a Tuesday, during the week, and then one day on the weekend. And that way the caregivers get a little respite to do what they need to do during the week, maybe doctor's appointments, maybe lunch with a friend, or maybe,
Sure.
just to relax.
A little bit of downtime, yeah.
Yeah, and then on Saturdays, the same thing, just a little break for them. But us getting out and about, I mean, we go to Oktoberfest on Mount Lemon. We've gone to the Folk Festival. Earlier last month, we went to Swarita and did Arts at the Lake, and that was an amazing event.
Right.
So we have so many wonderful opportunities to get our small group out there, safely,
Right.
because we've got a small group with my volunteer and I, and it's wonderful. Some of the participants still carry their wallet with their cash or their credit cards, and they'll buy things, and others may not feel comfortable with making purchases.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And is it always the same participants, or is it?
No, I have had many participants, and sometimes on rare occasion, which I am blessed to have, I'll have a waiting list. I'll say, I'm sorry, my van is full, but if someone should cancel the day before, the day of, I'll let you know. So those are ideal situations when I've got a full bus. And, ultimately my mission is to help more people, to have more participants getting out there and socializing, enjoying, and keep learning. Keep being creative, keep having an adventurous spirit, and also the caregivers get a chance to regroup and then go back at it with more patience, with more compassion, because it's hard for them. Their loved one is not the same person anymore.
Right. And they're with them 24 hours a day if they're their primary caregiver.
Absolutely.
So I'm sure there's times that they're frustrated, or just need some downtime, or like you said, go to lunch with her friend. That they never get opportunity to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when I started this in 2011, my grandmother did not have dementia. And then about, 8, 9, 10 years later, she had dementia. And I just felt like how serendipitous that I had this ability to do this work, to go through all this experience, meet most amazing people. I mean, I've met people who worked for NASA. I met people who were deans of universities, professors who wrote 13 books. I mean, just brilliant people, and also housewives.
Sure.
But
it doesn't disintegrate, and not disintegrate.
Discriminate.
Yes, thank you. I couldn't say that for some reason.
And not only that, I've had the youngest person in my program at 49.
Ooh.
And I've had a couple of men in their 50s from brain injuries, being professional football players.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we talked about that.
Yes.
Yeah. So the CTE.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've had, there are over 200 different types of dementia. And so I've experienced, I've met many people, young and old, and from all over the world. I had a woman from Italy, and she was just delightful. I mean, with her accent and everything. But yes, people have come to the table and shared their beautiful lives with us, and we really influence and inspire one another. I would say that my greatest knowledge and wisdom has come from the people I've interacted with over the last 16 years, and that includes my grandmother.
Yeah.
I had the beautiful blessing to take care of her the last 4 months of her life, and she passed away in my oldest child's bed. And I just like to honor her memory by keep doing the work that I do.
Right. Well, let's take a quick sponsor break.
Okay.
And we will be back in just a couple minutes.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our Fourth Tuesday Mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
February weather in the Old Pueblo is beautiful. It's the time of year to go outside and enjoy the great outdoors. Springtime will be coming soon, and so will the Arizona heat. Now's the time to plan for the long, hot summer that we all know is coming. Now, for a limited time, we are offering 5-year, no-interest financing on Rheem air conditioning and heating systems, OAC. Call now, 520-492-0748, or book your appointment online at PictureRocksCooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, heating and plumbing.
Piper Family Painting. We believe great paint does more than just change a color. It protects a home and the people inside of it. From careful prep to the final coat, our team shows up with pride, precision, and respect for your property. We don't rush, we don't cut corners. We paint it like it's our own home, because in this Tucson community, it is. Piper Family Painting, bringing new colors to the Old West.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Gutman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Gutman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgutman@allstate.com.
Hey Tucson, why do we accept pain as normal just because we're over 40? Nearly 8 out of 10 Americans suffer with back pain. At Wellness Chiropractic, we help people after car accidents with chronic neck and back pain, numbness tingling down the arms. If you're like me, you like to spend time outside with the family, hiking, biking, everything. Don't let that pain stop you. Wellness Chiropractic, we help that body move better so you can be the better version of yourself.
We are back. You're watching Southwest Flavor, and we have Will and Angela here with us today. And Angela, you run Desert Aloha?
Yes, I do, and I've been doing this since June 2019. However, we were going great for 6 months, and then COVID hit.
Yes.
So
changed the whole world.
Oh my gosh! So things really changed. I put my Desert Aloha on hold for 3 years and restarted it October 2023.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes. So I restarted, and it's been wonderful. I have to say, I really love the fact that places like Track, Scott Tilley and his crew, they always welcome my seniors back, and they give us a guided tour. My participants love holding the chickens and petting the rabbits and, oh my gosh, and petting the horses and the goats and the sheep. And yeah, we have a really great time. And some of my people over the years grew up on a farm.
Oh,
So
okay, yeah.
being there brought back memories. I mean, one of my participants says, oh my gosh, we had 100 chickens, and every morning I had to go out and collect all the eggs. And, so being at track brings back a lot of memories for my older folks who, are in their 70s, 80s, even 90s.
Yeah, and just interacting with all the different animals. It's such a special relationship. I mean, the animals, they sense you.
That's right.
They sense what you're all about, and even kind of what you're going through that day.
Exactly.
And when you walk into that pen or whatever with that animal, it brings back. I mean, it could bring back youthful memories and happiness and joy.
Yes.
And they can sense that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I do notice that, if I have a participant who's sometimes a bit agitated and nervous, but when he gets right up to that horse and starts petting the horse, he just calms.
Yeah.
He's just, it's very a Zen experience, a meditative experience being with the animals.
Sure.
And, I've seen my participants get down low and pet those pigs and make the pigs go, yeah.
Oh, yeah. How often do you guys go to track?
Well, because we have a lot of places to go in Tucson, I try to make our destination to each event once a year. If we're lucky, we get to come back twice.
Oh, okay.
Well, I do want to mention that recently we went to the newest museum here in town. It's called Rolling Through Time. Have you been there?
I haven't heard of it. No.
Okay, so everyone knows about the Tucson Auto Museum that relocated up on Sabino Ken.
Yep.
Beautiful. But just a couple weeks ago, I went to Rolling Through Time, and it's not just a car museum. I mean, you go there and you see mopeds and bicycles and toys from our generation and beyond. I mean, so it really is very nostalgic for my seniors to go to museums, whether it be a toy museum, a car museum. I mean, even my volunteer says, "Oh, I remember when my mother drove this car," or my participant says, "My father used to drive a 1924 Model T." I mean, all these things bring back memories. But and I also want to do one shout out to Tucson. Tucson is an amazing community with so much history, and I love it when I bring my seniors to places like Mission Gardens. Mission Gardens is the oldest cultivated garden in the United States, still cultivated. Yeah. And so, we get the fruits and vegetables from the Spanish, the indigenous people, the Chinese, the Africans. So, again, there's so much wealth here in Tucson, and I'm really glad that I'm able to do these day trips for our seniors. And
Right.
Yes.
And just stimulating their brain.
Absolutely.
And that like you said, that can just make them kind of go on through the rest of the week, as a different person. They're not either following around their spouse or their caregiver, or they're not just sitting in front of a TV and, kind of blanking out there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. And I'll tell you, a lot of them, because they have short-term memory loss, when you incorporate all the senses, the touching, the smelling, the feeling, and then the laughter and the interaction, that memory stays imprinted in their mind. Because I'll tell you, one man who kept, he just had a terrible memory. He didn't even remember that his daughter was his daughter. He thought it was his wife. But then he would say, "Remember you took us to the biosphere last year?" So that's the thing. Yeah. I want our experiences to be memorable. And hopefully that, fires up something in their brain.
Yeah. Right.
Is there any plans to add additional days? I know you're doing one weekday, one weekend day.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, when people don't sign up for the trips, I cancel that day and I postpone the trips to another. The goal is to have twice a week, and that's what I started as. But as my participants decline and some of them have passed away, I'm trying to get out there and let people know about my program so that I can continue to have more participants and more caregivers benefit from the respite.
Very nice. So how do people get a hold of you?
Well, you can go to my website, desertalohadaytrips.com. You could write me an email at desertalohadaytrips@gmail.com. Or you can call me or text me at 520-235-3620.
All right. Well, thank you so much
Ron,
for coming in
thank
today.
you so much for having me
It's
here,
been
both
a pleasure.
of you.
Yeah. All right. That's another episode of Southwest Flavor. Check us